Oh, excuse me. Hey everybody, we're going to take a quick look at the OrcaTorch T11. It was graciously provided to me at a discount by OrcaTorch via their Amazon storefront. Alright, so let's take a look at it. I've had it and used it. Why don't you kick the stand? That's smart. It's so professional. Here it is. Oh, look at it. It's lovely. It's lovely. I've been carrying it for about 2 weeks. I'm not the only guy who's gotten these, judging by the reviews over at BLF and on YouTube. I think most of the guys probably are similarly situated to me in that, you know, they were sent it for review, but take it for what it's worth. I've actually used mine steady for 2 weeks as an EDC item. Okay, let's do the tabletop. It's a AA flashlight, 4 constant output modes and 2 blinky modes. It's a Cree XP G2 R5 LED emitter, anti-roll design, has a removable clip, and the clip is really great. We'll get to that in a second. An aluminum reflector and an AR coated lens. The emitter is nicely centered. I've had this for about 2 weeks, carried it as an EDC item. It's been working out fine. For the record, I normally carry an 18650 light, so I carry something slightly bigger and with a lot more output. But you know, for normal EDC purposes, this light was more than adequate. It weighs 1.5 ounces empty, which of course does no one any good, and it weighs 2.3 ounces with the cell in it. And that was on my own personal scale. That didn't come from OrcaTorch, those specs. OrcaTorch claims that it's impact resistant to 1.5 meters. They claim it has 106 meters of throw, which, you know, 106 meters, that's over 300 feet. That's pretty far, right? Like, that's not really effective that far out. Like most other lights in this category, it's IPX8, water resistant, waterproof, whatever. Obviously, it's not a diving light. Speaking of diving lights, OrcaTorch is a diving light company, so they do have a lot of experience in that. Now, low is 10 lumens. It's claimed that it'll run for 60 hours on low. Medium is 30 lumens. Claimed runtime is 19 hours and 48 minutes. High is 80 lumens for 7 hours and 36 minutes. And turbo is 190 lumens for 2 hours and 36 minutes. All of those numbers come directly from OrcaTorch. On their website, they claim that, or actually in the paperwork for the box, I believe I read that it was all done on an Anyloop style rechargeable battery, 1.2 volt rechargeable. Speaking of rechargeables, this will not take a 14500 battery because the working voltage is 0.8 to 3 volts. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Perhaps in a second generation or an updated version of this light, they will up the voltage window so it can accommodate a lithium-ion AA size cell. That would be really great, especially for a flashlight enthusiast. For a regular person who just buys a flashlight to have and is not EDCing it or doesn't have 50 of them or whatever, you know, the lack of having a lithium-ion cell is really probably not that big of a deal. Okay, let's look at the modes. It's a reverse clicky, which means that you turn it on and then cycle through the modes, right? There's no mode memory, so it always starts in low, right? Then medium, high, and turbo, all through with soft presses, right? Another one will get you strobe, then SOS, and then of course one more will get you back to low. But it doesn't matter even if you start on strobe and turn it off. Give it a couple seconds, turn it back on. Oop. Okay, so if you're on strobe for a while, turn it off. The next time you pick it up, it's going to start back in low. Okay? So no mode memory. Pocket clip is, like I said, really great. Carries quite deeply in the pocket, and okay, that's what it would look like in your pocket basically. So really great. Never had any issues with it coming loose, anything like that. The other thing I like about it, now the flashlight that I normally carry, these little ears on the pocket clip, they stick out a lot further, and while it's not necessarily uncomfortable, it does tear up my pants. This is they're rounded over, they're smooth. This light for the most part doesn't have any nasty sharp edges. Okay, I mentioned before that the ears on this are nice and smooth, they're rounded over. They don't present any comfort issues or negatives with regard to tearing up your pants. But this is my regular EDC light. You can see the ears here are quite large. They're not sharp, but they definitely have taken their toll on my pants. So overall, the light's been a pleasure to carry. The quality, as far as the fit and finish, is fantastic. If the modes and the other features, like the reverse clicky or whatever, if that's all things that you're looking for, then this is a very viable choice. My only real issue with the flashlight is that it streets for $40. And at $40, there's a lot of options out there. And while I personally own a lot of budget flashlights, there's always the risk when you're buying a budget flashlight from overseas that, you know, if you get a dud or it comes broken or what have you, that it's cost prohibitive to send it back. It's very expensive to send it back because you're going to need tracking and all that stuff. And if you're smart, insurance. But, you know, it would cost you as much as this flashlight's worth to send it back. So at $40, this thing starts to become pretty expensive. And the other thing is, at $40, there's a lot of competitors out there. For example, this is a 4/7 Quark. Okay, very similar in size. Speaking of size, I forgot, this is 4 1/8 long and 1 inch in diameter. I meant to mention that before. But yeah, so for around $40, perhaps a whisker more, you can get a 4/7 light. Build quality is comparable. The UI is going to be a little different perhaps, but you get a 10-year warranty with the 4/7 light, and you're dealing with a US based company if you have warranty issues or anything like that. So I don't know, you know, value's kind of in the eye of the beholder. I personally probably would not buy this for $40. At $20, I'd buy this all day long. You know, Orchid Torch, if you guys ever see this, things that I would improve or change on the next generation of this light, I would definitely make it 14500 lithium ion compatible. I would hide the blinky modes so you don't have to access them as you're cycling through everything. You know, the mode memory or no mode memory, that's kind of like a either or. It kind of depends on the person, what they like, but you know, you might want to consider mode memory. And I would certainly consider some kind of moon mode. That's for me personally, and everybody's different of course, I like moon mode. I like that it has a reverse click, which this has. I like deep pocket carry clip, this has that. That's all to the good. But yeah, I would add moon, and I would definitely add the lithium ion compatibility. And I think you'd really have a winner. Now let's take a look what's in the box. First off, it's a really nice box, okay? Durable, hard cardboard. Everything came well wrapped. Get your owner's manual, warranty information. If memory serves, there was an insert in here where stuff, you know, could fit. But anyway, it was well padded in there. Came with your standard O-rings and kind of a non-standard lanyard This lanyard was a little different than the normal paracord style ones that we get. Okay. It's got a little adjuster so you can lock it on your wrist. I wear large size gloves, and you know, I can get it on my hand. I think if you had hands bigger than mine, it would probably be a little bit of an issue, but not an issue for me personally because I don't run a lanyard. Alright, this is the little holster. Stretchy material on the side, a little bit of faux leather, belt loop, D-ring. The light fits in there fine. Probably would be easier to get in and out without the pocket clip on there, but you know, for the pocket clip on, it's not a problem. So all in all, pretty nice setup in the box. If you received that as a present, you'd be pretty happy with it, I think. Has good presentation. Almost neglected to say that this flashlight came with a battery, an alkaline AA. Not for nothing, but these threads are very well lubed. It was nice to see that. So yeah, here's an Orca torch. Oh no, excuse me. It's an Odi Pro battery. Odi Pro. But I thought it was Orca Torch branded. But yeah, so you know, I put it on the multimeter. It's fine. So always nice to have a cell in the box so the flashlight is ready to go. Personally, I would run any loops in mine as opposed to buying throwaways. Okay, so this is going to be some beam shots of the Orca torch. There it is on low. Medium. High. And turbo. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but underneath the bridge there's a couple bullfrogs talking to each other. It's low. It's about 15 feet maybe. Medium. High. And turbo again. Alright. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, we're going to take a quick look at the Orca torch. Oh my god.